Welcome to Testing AI. In this channel, I break down different AI tools and keep you up to date with the AI world. If you like this video, make sure to hit subscribe. Hello everybody. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to build a real-world Python script with ChatGPT. I'm calling this level easy because you don't really need to know much Python or much about programming at all. And I think that's the point of using ChatGPT. So if you need to automate some tasks, you should be able to use ChatGPT without a lot of programming knowledge. The scenario I'm going to walk over is tag research for YouTube videos. For instance, if you're researching different kinds of videos and you want to see what kind of tags trending videos are using, you check their tags and you place it on a text file, but sometimes you have to add comma at the end of each line manually, and you also have to remove quotes. So I'm going to write a Python script to remove all the quotes for me and also add a comma at the end of each line. This way I can just use the tags which I need directly. I have decided not to run ChatGPT live because sometimes it's down, so I get stuck in the middle of my video. Before I get started, I wanted to mention that I'm going to have all the timestamps for today's video mentioned in the description, so if you want to get to any specific section, you can reach there directly. Alright, let's get started. So here's the question I asked ChatGPT. Write a Python script for a text file to remove all quotes and add a comma at the end of each line. I have received a script which I can use, and to walk over it slightly, I open a text file, read all the lines, go through every line, remove every single quote, strip the line of each trailing white space, so at the end of each file you might have some white space, add a comma at the end, and then write it back on the file. I just wanted to do a small walkthrough. While you don't really need to understand the code, it's useful to know what's going on. Let me first create a text file for me to use. So I'm going to use this video as example, and I'm going to get the tags from this video. I'm using Visual Studio Code, and I have a folder called Testing AI already created. You can see this right here on my desktop. So I'm going to create a file right here called filename.txt and paste all the keywords from that video. You see how there's quotes at the start and the end, and there's no comma at the end. So I'm going to use my Python script for that. And I used the name as filename.txt because that's what it's using right here. Then I asked ChatGPT how I can run this on my local computer, because a lot of times ChatGPT might assume that you know how to run this, but if you're not a programmer and if you haven't used Python, you might not know how to do that. So it gives me the instructions that I need a text editor. I need to copy and paste the Python script on the text editor, save it with .py, open the command line, and navigate to the directory. Use the command python filename.py. After that, there's another important prompt you need to use. What kind of setup do I need? Now you have all the things you need to run the script. You need to have Python installed on your computer, you need a text editor, and a command prompt or terminal. So I'm using Visual Studio Code, and I have the terminal right here. You can click New Terminal and the terminal shows up in the bottom. You can also use iTerm or something else, but I just use the one in Visual Studio itself. You can download Python from this link here. You just download this right here, and you're using Python 3, so you might need to use the commands as Python 3. I already have this downloaded. I got it right here and I already installed it. I have my text editor, which is Visual Studio Code. I also have my command prompt, which I'm using from Visual Studio Code itself. So let me get the Python script now. So I copied it. I'm gonna create another file here, and the file is called, I'm going to call it filename.py. Okay, and I'm going to copy the script right there. Cool, so I think I have my setups done. I have my file with the quotes that I need to add the commas at the end, and I have my Python script. Now I'm going to run python filename.py. The only thing that's missing here is if you're using Python 3, like the Python 3 right there, you might need to use python 3 filename.py instead of this command. I'm going to say python 3 filename.py. There we go. As you saw it live, as soon as I typed this command, it removed the quotes and it added a comma at the end. Now
I can just copy this and use it instead of having to type commas at the end each time. I would highly encourage you to try this out yourself, especially if you're a non-programmer, because you'll see how easy it is to use ChatGPT to create simple scripts like this. If you get stuck in any step, please add a comment so me or anybody else might be able to help you out. I'm going to start a series of building different applications like this using ChatGPT, starting from very easy ones like this to pretty advanced ones. So please subscribe to my channel to see all the upcoming applications I'll be building. Also, if you did get some value from this video, please hit the like button because it really helps me out. Till the next video, thank you so much.